giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yashai, Bashim Rakakadash, that belongs to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, honors, and salutation to the hopeful elect. I'm going to just get right to it. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 30. Verse 28. No, I'm sorry, 29. It says, "And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore his name is called Edom. And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me?" There you go. So right then and there, Esau is showing you that he has no character. He has no honor. You know? And it's recorded in history that you sold your birthright. And this is why they're going so hard at Jake this very day, because they want that birthright back. You know? So much that they went and they took over our land, lived there. They took over our identity, because it all stead back to this moment when they sold that birthright, man. That's why they're in the land of Israel today, claiming to be us. It says, "And Jacob said, Swear to me this day." Let's look at this word swear. It says to swear, to be sworn, to swear, to take an oath, to swear by of Yahweh himself, to curse, to cause, to take an oath, to adjure. So Esau made an oath with Jacob, and you know, back then a man's word was everything to him. Men kept their word back then. And this was recorded. This was recorded by the angels, man. But this was all set up in the spirit to happen. It says, and Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit is this birthright to do? Slaki, what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright. So this word sold, to sell, to be sold, to sell oneself, to be given over to death, to sell oneself. All right. It says, unto Jacob, then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drank and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. You know, he probably didn't even say thank you. You know, eating like a goddamn pig, food all in his beard and everything. You know, so he said he despised his birthright after that, man. To hold in contempt, to disdain. He hated it, man. But now he wants it back so bad that, you know, he goes into our land and claims to be us, using our scriptures. And this is what they want to do. They want to, you know, create a greater Israel. They want to create a carnal, but they don't understand that, you know, Israel will be greater, but only through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. That's why the Lord said he's going to enlarge in the tents of Zion. Israel is not, they're not, it don't work like this, motherfucker. And look at this guy, man. This guy's supposed to be a Jew. Is this a characteristic of a Jew? Red, no beard. Where's his fringes? Where's his garment? This is one wicked bastard, man, Esau. Let's move on here, because I got a couple more scriptures I want to get into. You know, matter of fact, this is where I wanted to go. Shoot. Bear me 1 second. Okay, I believe it's in Genesis the 27th chapter. So this is when Jacob got the blessing. Um, okay, Salakia. Right here it is. Genesis 27, and I'm gonna start at 36. It says, and he said, "It's not he." Oh, okay. Let me start up a little bit. Verse 31. It says, and he also made savory meat. And you could go into the whole story. Basically, Rebecca dressed up Rebecca dressed up Jacob as Esau. You know, and she made the venison for Isaac, which he loved. And basically Jacob impersonated Esau and got the blessing. It says, and he also made savory meat and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son venison. And Isaac's eyes were dim back then, meaning he was basically blind, so he couldn't tell. It says of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, who? Where is he? Slakia, where is he that have taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of it, of all. Matter of fact, Slakia, oh man. Oh yeah, Slakia. This is when Esau came to Isaac, Slakia. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, because Jacob has already came and took the blessing. It says, and said, who? Where is he that have taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of it. And before before thou comest, and have blessed him, and he shall be blessed. And the blessing was what? The rights of the firstborn, the kingdom. And it went through Abraham, through Isaac, and now through Jacob. And you could, I might go into that a little bit. Let me finish this first. It says, and Esau heard the words of his father. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightfully named Jacob? For he hath supplanted, right? The word Jacob, or Ya'iqab, means to supplant. Look at this word supplanter. Let's see what this word supplanter means. So the word supplanter, it says someone who takes place of another, often through force, trickery, or superior means. So this is was through trickery, righteous trickery, because their birthright belonged unto Jacob any damn way, and the Most High wasn't going to have it any other way, because Jacob, was to be the progenitor of the 12 tribes. Alexa, turn off alarm.
The time is
Alexa.
PM.
Alexa, be quiet. So back to the scriptures. It says, and he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. First of all, nigga, he didn't supplant you the first time. You sold the birthright. And there he is lying. There he is fucking lying, man. Lying for something he did. Just like them so-called Jews today, man. They cause all the mischief in the world, then they lie about it and blame somebody else. They just fucking lie and blame other people, man. It says, he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birth. He didn't take the birthright away from you, nigga. You sold it. It's recorded. It's recorded in the scriptures that you sold it to him. What good is my birthright to me if I'm about to die? Remember? You don't remember that a couple verses back? A couple chapters back? Boy, man, this man Esau, he's garbage, man. He's fucking garbage. He took away my birthright. No, he didn't. You sold it to him. You gave it away, nigga. You said, what good is my birthright to me? And behold, now he has taken away my blessing. See, now this Jacob came with subtlety for this one. He got your ass, man. You got, nigga. And he said, hast thou reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and thy corn, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? Right. So basically, nigga, I can't do nothing. I can't change my word. See, back then, men kept their word. A man's word was final, and that's why the Lord said what he said. Let me go here real quick. See, because men were different back then, man. Isaiah 55 is one of my favorite scriptures to bring out, because it shows you the seriousness of the word of the Lord. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. It shall not accomplish, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. Right. So that's how men were back then. Their word was final. You don't do so. Isaac wasn't gonna, give Jacob the blessing. Oh shit, oh man, I thought you were Esau, man. Nah, son, nah. No, it already happened, bro. Ain't no takebacks, bro. Ain't no what's that word? Indian giving. You know? And look what he said here, man. And yea, he shall be blessed. And what? The blessing is what? The kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven. Having our bodies changed. Living in righteousness forever. This blessing was not made for these people. Let me see. This blessing was not made for these people. This blessing was not made for these people, man. Look at this goddamn boy lovers. No, they couldn't hold this blessing, man. And that's why the scriptures say what? Let me see something real quick. Bear with me 1 second. Come on, man. What the fuck is up with this typo shit? It says, Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, he shall deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Right. They ain't following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord here. They ain't dealing righteously with the people around them. You see, we gonna own every damn thing in the world, man. But there's a right way to treat your slaves and your servants, man. And we're not going to do what they're doing, unjustly just murdering people, man. Just taking over people's lands just cuz. We're not going to do that. They look like a bunch of fucking stinking rats, man. These are horrible people, man. And these aren't the people of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Wearing black because that doesn't fulfill the prophecy of you being black, of you being dark skinned. Horrible people, man. And these are the people that run the world, man. These are the people that run the world. In the land of Israel, they're not dealing justly with everybody. That's why everybody hates your goddamn man. See, hey, these people, these heathens, when we're in charge, they're gonna love us. Hey, and maybe not for the first 1,000 years, motherfuckers, but they're gonna love us because they're gonna see the benefits of the earth when we're back in power. The earth is gonna yield its increase, man. The food is going to be better. The air is going to be clean. They ain't going to have to worry about their children being kidnapped. Their children being sex trafficked. They ain't going to have to worry about that shit. Their homes being bombed. Their hospitals being bombed. Their schools being bombed. You know? I seen some video where, you know, the Palestinians, they had a thing where, you know, they're starving over there because these people are starving them. And they had a thing where, you know, they're taking turns baking their bread. And they fucking bombed and killed them people, man. We're not going to do shit like that. Hey, every kill made in the kingdom of heaven, which is Yahweh kingdom, is going to be just. It's going to be just. See, we ain't gonna deal with people like you the way you deal with them right now, man. And that's why they hate your fucking guts. It says in Esau, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great cry, exceedingly bitter cry, and said, an exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and had taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightfully named Jacob? For he supplanted me these 2 times. Lion, took away my birthright, and behold, now he has taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord. So we own you, motherfucking devils, man. We own you. And his brethren, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. It says, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. He crying like a little bitch, man. You know, I have Jacob probably listening outside the tent like, yeah, nigga, I got your shit, nigga. That ain't happen. You know, I'm just joking around. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. Right. And this is why Esau is living it up. This is his world. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Remember? It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live. And these people are surely living by that sword, man. You know? They're surely living by that sword, man. And the same, all wickedness starts with them, man. All wickedness starts with them. And they're living by that sword, man. They're living by it, believe me. Yeah, they're living by that sword, believe me. Believe you me, man. They're living by that sword. It says, and all you niggas out there, man, wake the fuck up, man. Wake the hell up. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion. Let's look at this word dominion. Rome. Dominion, to be Lord, to mourn, to rule. So when you're going to have the rulership, which is what? When we fell off from the laws. It says, thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck. And that's why Esau had what? A renaissance period where he said, oh shit, we got it now. We good. You know, we we could start changing history. And that's when he started changing history. First thing he did was change everybody white in the scriptures. You know? And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. You know, and that's why the scriptures speak about Cain being a murderer from the beginning, man. You know, because Cain and Abel came back as Esau and Jacob. Cain came back as Esau, and Abel came back as Jacob. You know, and through the spirit, you know, we believe, you know, Jacob is King David. It says, after these words of Esau, the elder son, were told to Rebekah, she sent and called Jacob the younger son, and sent him and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doeth comfort himself, proposing to kill thee. You know, and you could equate this to that evil that he had for us, to slavery, and even today. Man. You know, but the joke's on you, motherfucker. The Lord said, he that touches you touches the apple of mine eye. You should have never laid your hands on the sons of Israel, on the princes of the power, man. You have a horrific future to come, man. And let me get that and end it off here. I gotta get ready for work. Where is it? Luke, I think it's Luke, is it 16? Is it 19 and 16? Let me see. Forgot where it's at, man. Hold on a second. I can. Lazarus and the rich man. Luke 16 and 19. I knew I was close. This is chapter Luke. This is Luke chapter 16, verse 19. It says, there was a certain rich man clothed in purple and fared and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. Thy dew shall be the fatness of the earth. See? You see how the scriptures link up? And that certain rich man clothed in purple, when thou shalt have the dominion, meaning purple is a king's color. Purple is a color of rulership, right? So when thou shalt have the dominion, the rule, you know, it says, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores. And Lazarus is Israel. Lazarus is Israel, the Israelites, all 12 tribes, not just one tribe, all 12 tribes, depending on this devil, man. Like I said, I got to go to work. I got to go work for these devils, you know, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs. And that's my paycheck, crumbs, which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Right, the dogs came and licked his sores. You got all these other nations benefited off us, man. Benefiting off our grief. Opening up liquor stores on our corners. Smoke shops every goddamn where. You know, selling us that disgusting food that they make. It says, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. And it doesn't mean, you know, Abraham had him. You know, what that Jadakiss song, used to be my dog, you was in my left titty. That don't mean that, man. It means at the right hand of Abraham. Which back then, that was a custom where the one closest to you, you would have him at your bosom, meaning your right hand. It says, the rich man also died and was buried. And in hell, oh boy, you see, in hell, meaning the condition that he was in. I'm pretty sure it's gonna tell you this, man. Hades. All right. The later use of this word, the grave, death, hell, you know, it doesn't mean that he was fucking burning forever in fire, man. That's not what this chapter is going into. This is a parable of the condition that this devil is going to be in the kingdom of heaven. Just as he calls hell upon people, hell is going to be called upon him. Caused upon him, excuse me. He lifted up his eyes, being in torment, and seeing Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. He's seeing, you know, the beauties of the kingdom, and Lazarus, meaning the Israelites, the sons of Israel, doing wonderful, man. You know, new bodies and everything, man. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in these flames, meaning the situation that he was in. You know, but we're gonna pull out the scriptures on your ass, man. Remember what you said? When the days of mourning for my father are over, then will I slay my brother Jacob. Remember this, motherfucker? I'm gonna kick you right in your goddamn mouth, man. You know, which I don't want to get no blood on my boots, so I'm gonna cause one of my hand Mike taskmasters to do that shit. It says, but Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and Lazarus evil things, but now he is comforted and thou art tormented. Remember, you know, you got it all, man. You try to trick our people into taking that goddamn juice. You know, the Tuskegee experiments, all your Flint, Michigan, slavery. Remember that? You were living good. Remember how you treated them? It says, and besides all of this, between us and you, there's a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to you that would come from thence. Meaning, you know, you can't how do I say this? You can't enjoy our blessing, nigga, because it's not for you. And we can't, you know, partake in your punishment because it's not for us. You know, so all you Christians out there, man, read this scripture. The so-called white, this scripture alone shows you that these so-called white people cannot be saved. Then he said, I pray thee therefore, hear this part. Then he said, I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also should come into this place of torment. And Abraham said unto him, they have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. You know, so Jacob Rothschild, I think he just died, or some Rockefeller just died, which they're all family any goddamn way. You know, so this is what they're probably saying. Lord, please send somebody that they could warn them. Motherfucker, we've been warning these devils for years. They ain't changing. Even if fucking Jacob Rothschild rolled from the goddamn dead right now, crawled out his fucking grave, you know, crawled out his fucking grave in front of their eyes, and he tell them like, yo, listen, this was going down, man. These are the true Jews. We gotta stop what we doing. Man, they'll kill that nigga. They wouldn't listen. It says, because this punishment you can't stop, Esau. You cannot stop your punishment. Nothing will stop this punishment from happening to you. And he said, nay. And he said, and Abraham said unto him, they have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. And they're not hearing the prophets. We are the prophets today. You know, we're standing in the stead of Moses, you know, and all the other prophets from the past. Because we are them coming back. Which Moses right now is in the spirit world. You know, Yahweh Bashem Yashai, bless the dead. It says, and he said, nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. So you cannot. This punishment for your ass is permanent. It's like motherfucking super glue, nigga. That shit sticks to you like glue, man. So, you know, Lord, this is edifying. Esau, you have hell. You have hell to come. You know, prepare for hell, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Shalom to the hopeful elect, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All praises, honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahshai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahshai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. Call halayim la Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahshai. Call halayim la Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahshai. Call halayim la Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahshai. Shalom.